What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs After Dark. You already know how the show go. Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 is before dark. I'm asking entrepreneurial questions to him. Part 2, the lights are gonna drop, and we're gonna see what Ron does in his spare time, and hopefully he tells the truth.
Yeah, we gotta be honest.
I'm your host, Cookie, your favorite entrepreneur, and you know how the show gonna go. We getting straight into some direct questions to get some direct answers from your favorite entrepreneurs. And today I have no other than the best. Let them know who I got on the show today, the brand you represent, and what the fuck going on around here.
Hey, yo, it's Ron Don. I represent the brand Black Heroes Clothing.
Hey, and what's Black Heroes Clothing, Ron?
So Black Heroes, it's really it's an expression. Like, it let us know who we are. You know, being in this society, you know, Western society, you know, we don't really got nothing ever to give us that confidence. So Black Heroes here to give us that, give us our ancestor stories, how we created most of the things that we use on an everyday basis, such as like the traffic light, to be an example. You know, we'll take that traffic light and we'll create art out of it, and then we'll create it for you to wear. So that's what it's about.
Y'all, I'll wear Black Heroes. I just want to throw my little 2-second testimonial out there. It's not because he on the show. The shit is good shit. My shit ain't fade. It didn't shrink. The color didn't come out. And coming from somebody, for those who don't know, I went to school to be a Black Studies college professor. So to have a brand that represents, like, he drops products, collections, he drops things that make you understand your history. He literally speaks it like, fuck it. It's not subliminal. He's screaming in your face, I'm Black and I'm proud. Okay?
Facts.
So y'all rock with it. You know what I'm saying? The link about to be in the description. Shop. You know what I'm saying? He might even throw a little sale for the YouTube watchers. You know, I don't know. We see what
You might make something happen.
Might make some shake. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely get in tune. And what's your Instagram, Brian?
Instagram is Black Heroes Clothing, all one word. Black Heroes Clothing, all one word.
Make sure you tap in and follow him. So we about to get into the questions. Get out y'all notepads. Get out y'all laptops. He's going to get some information. And, you know, Ron don't just run around interviewing with everybody. So take heed of this interview and get what you need if you are looking to start a dynamic, inspirational, world-renowned, revolutionary clothing brand. Did I cover that?
Yeah, I think that was dope.
Because that's how I feel about the brand, y'all. Okay, we're going to jump into these questions. You already know how the show go. Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 is before dark. I'm asking entrepreneurial questions to him. Part 2, the lights are going to drop, the liquor coming out, and we're going to see what Ron does in his spare time, and hopefully he tells the truth.
Yeah, we got to be honest.
Yeah, we got to be honest. We got to be honest. Yeah. All right, y'all. So, first question. If somebody decides they want to start a clothing label, what would be the first 3 staple pieces that a brand should have?
Off back, you know, we're going to go with a t-shirt, unisex. Because with that unisex t-shirt, you can get a lot of different bodies in it. You can get women body in it, man body, and also kids if they can wear, you know, adult small, adult medium. So yeah, I would say unisex adult shirts for sure.
For sure. Okay.
And the second one, I would say a hoodie. A hoodie is essential. You know, a hoodie is that thing that you'll wear when it's cold before you get a coat. You'll actually wear it in the summertime when it catch a little breeze. And especially when you go to the airport, no matter what season, you're going to want to have a hoodie on. So it's all-purpose. It's essential. And then I would say a hat. Why I would say a hat? Because it's a unisex. It's unisex. Especially if it's adjustable. It's, you know what I'm saying, all size fit all. And then all genders can actually rock it. So I would think them would be the 3 things that you should have.
And that's such a dope answer, y'all, because I ain't even think about the airport thing. That's your round, fuck. Yeah. Oh, my granny.
For sure.
All right, y'all. We about to get into the next question. So the second question we got, if you have a clothing line, Ron, what is the best type of return policy that you can have, especially with the pandemic happening and everything like that, and then wanting to satisfy your customers? If somebody wants to open a line, what do you recommend as far as a return policy?
I think you should definitely have a policy that's fair for both ends, you know, fair for the business and for the consumers, so they can just feel comfortable with shopping with you. If they know they get the wrong size, if they get the wrong size, you should have a policy, a return policy. And my return policy is like 3 or 7 business days. It's because I ain't gonna have you wear the shirt and try to send it back to me. We ain't gonna do that.
We ain't finna stunt that joint on the gram.
We ain't on that. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, we definitely want to create something that's fair for both parties. Because without the customers, you don't have a business. So you definitely want to consider the customers that's spending the money with you.
Okay. So have a policy, put something in place. Do let them return it, but it needs to be unworn.
It should be, yes, unworn, and it got to be immediately. You get what I'm saying? Because if you know you can't fit it, we want to make sure you get your right size as soon as possible. So go and send it back. We create a label. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just mistakes happen. We'll take the lesson on that one, and then we'll create a better bond with the customer when you do certain stuff like that, like creating them a shipping label to send it back, giving it to them back really fast, so they can just have that excitement of actually getting the garment.
And that's true, and if for my clothing brands that have a no return policy, you heard what he said, creating that dynamic between you and the customer is super important. And by you trying to keep that 25, 30, and then the customer mad, they tell all their cousins not to shop with you.
It's about customer obsession. You got somebody that's not only wearing your brand, but they actually speaking for your brand. So like when you have it on, they already telling people where to go, how it feels. They giving them the experience, the testimony before they actually decide to actually invest into your brand. So you need many customers / friends as possible. So you want to always, consider your customers.
There we go, y'all. All right, next question. How often do you suggest somebody who wants to start a line drop a new collection? So, I see people dropping stuff, and it's just like every week, like, chill out, man, let it get some growth. But what do you think? Tell us.
So, we got to always look at it from this perspective. I feel that you should drop as much as you feel is possible, because if you're just trying to like drop and it might not be hitting and people be like, well, what, they just dropping anything. So I just say drop in your time frame of the expression. Sometimes people might drop once a month. You got some people momentum high, they dropping every week. You feel me? Because they got it like that, they moving like that. You feel me? So I feel like it doesn't have a time constraint on it. It's just all about you coming with something that works for you. You feel me? Be true to yourself. If you feel like you want to drop every day, then drop every day. Express that. But be about that though. Be about standing on your business if you're gonna drop, consistently like that, making sure the quality stands out and people getting the proper experience.
Okay. So y'all heard that. So, you don't have to stick to like a quarterly thing. You don't have to be like, oh, I see, stuff in the store goes summertime, springtime. If you are an expressive person and you feel like, oh, I want to drop this lime green collection, drop it when you want to drop it. Just drop it properly.
Just drop it properly. Make sure the marketing is on point. Content is one thing and the marketing is a whole another thing. But when you put them both together, they can be the best collabs you ever had.
Agreed. Great. Okay. All right, y'all. Next question. Where can a person who wants to start a clothing line get a logo made, created? What can they do all that at?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. So, like, even with the logo thing, there's so many different platforms that offer it. Just off bat, you can go to Google, looking for logo, looking for somebody to do my logo. You can go there. You can go to TikTok and do the same exact thing. You can go to hashtag for Instagram and do the same exact thing. And you can find people and find a different style that fit, where your imagination is. And then you just inbox them. Or email them. If they got a number present, call their number. You have to reach out. Faith without, works is dead. So you have to definitely, do your part. And that's being in this digital space. You know what I'm saying? Everything is right in your phone.
Everything is right in our phone. Agreed. So, and when you do when it comes to the logo thing, do you think people need to drop, some people, new entrepreneurs, they think, oh, I need $1,000 for a logo, this, and the third. People could get a low cost logo.
You could get a logo, I'm going to be honest, as low as $25. It's really about your efforts and actually, like I said, using the platforms to reach out to certain creators. Because you got people that's overseas, they work and they'll give you a logo for $25. Yeah. It's nothing. You will love it, you will enjoy it, and people think you probably paid $1,000 for it, only paid $25. So it's about just utilizing your phone. We have the direct information in our palm. So all we got to do is just Google, TikTok, Instagram. Use the hashtags and find the people that we need to add value to what we got going on. That's what I'm talking about. See, I get my logos off Fiverr, just like he said. See? The international people on there, the Indians on there. How much logos you paid for a logo before?
10.
See what I'm saying?
10.
And what was that you told them to go to?
Fiverr.
There you go. Make sure y'all type into Fiverr.
And y'all get to it. See, y'all don't have to drop no $1,000 on no logo, man. No. So and that Black Heroes logo is tremendous, by the way.
Oh man.
It's crispy, it's straight to the point, it's not overdoing. And I think if you're watching this and you're starting a clothing brand, you should really, really take a note from that. You just need it to stand out. It don't have to have glitter, 14 characters, a picture of your auntie that passed away.
Simple and solid is the best route to go, and that's what I was thinking about my logo. I started thinking about Gucci and how their logo is so simple. I started thinking about Nike and how their logo is so simple and how they can just syndicate this logo in so many different ways without changing the fonts of it. And if you notice, if you really take a look into my brand, It's the same logo. We just having fun and definitely be giving you a different experience, a different perspective every time you get a chance to see our new collections.
And I agree with him. Like me, I do simple stuff like if, October come for breast cancer, I just turn my logo pink. Y'all could change the colors.
On my way.
On my life, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep y'all notebooks out. Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
We're going to jump into the next question because you definitely giving us some gems.
Sure.
I have a question. I was wondering if someone does not have the funds to do a storefront type of deal, how else can they push their clothing line?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, just think about it. The first time you dropping a brand, you should not have a store because you're gonna get the support from your family and friends for the first maybe 3 months or whatever, and then they not gonna thinking about.
I ain't gonna fuck with you at all.
They gonna rock with you that one time, that 2 times, and that's it.
Ooh,
So,
that 2 times, Ron.
yeah, that's it. 2 piece.
2 piece, spicy.
Mild salt and pepper. No, lemon pepper. So I would say, man, by you not having a space you got to pay for, you can use all that extra money to run ads, to run into your website. The more people, more expansion, more exposure. Okay, yeah, it sounds cool to know that your family and friends supporting you, but how long? Are they going to support you enough to get your first 100,000, or maybe even 10,000, or even just clearing 1,000? Probably not. So you have to start off just thinking about marketing and running ads. And I want to let you guys know this too. It's enough for everybody to decide to do it. So whatever you decide to do, never think that, it's not enough for you. No, you have to just add. You have to add, time and effort towards it. It's not an overnight success thing. You know what I'm saying? But you can actually create small goals to give you the gratification that an artist need, an entrepreneur need. So you might say, look, today I want to sell 1 shirt. I don't care what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta sell a shirt today. And then once you start planning that momentum, you can turn 1 shirt to 3 shirts. And you can turn 3 shirts to more shirts, and then from more shirts to 24. You multiply. You look up, you're like, wow, I started off with just only being able to sell 1 shirt a day, but now I'm at 24. And that's just continually being consistent. Consistency is key. This email list is very, very, very important. Because email marketing plays a big part when you're in a digital, space, when you have your digital store, is because you're guaranteed to actually send that memo to the people that actually subscribing to your website.
When I mentor people in my mentorship, if I get on your website and it doesn't pop up for me to collect the email, that's the first thing we fixing. Because those are your leads. Instagram is like a black hole. Somebody might be scrolling, see your shirt, damn, that shirt decent. And then scroll, get to laughing at something and just keep going.
Absolutely.
All right.
She's telling you what's up, y'all.
Oh, my granny. It's all cool. So, next question, very important question that I think a lot of people, and this is for any brand, but definitely for my clothing line people, how do you go about, even if you can give us a framework, a step-by-step, some direct steps for somebody to get ambassadors, because everybody have on your shit. You had me in your shit. And I don't even be wearing people's stuff. And I want to know, how do you, outside of the consumers that are paying for it, how do you get celebrities, influencers, so many people to have your stuff on? Drop the gems, Ron.
It's called attraction, and that attraction comes from my ability to be a black man with so much passion and zeal. You know what I'm saying? It's a me not asking you to wear it, but showing you that I'm actually wearing it and I look good in it.
Okay.
And that means you will come back over and over again because we just created a dopamine for you when it comes to just experiencing this type of level of fashion.
So we got the step 1 that you got to make the attraction. So now we see, on your page, you have Tiana selling your stuff. Yeah. If you got, a lot of influence in your stuff, what's that next step? Are you emailing them, sliding their DM? How do you get these people in your clothes?
You have to go on a liking spree sometimes. You have to follow that individual. You have to inbox them as well. You have to comment on their page sometimes. And then if you really want to get it cracking, y'all, like, if you really want to see some results, I would say hire a publicist. By you hiring that publicist is going to allow you to actually get in front of everybody that you thought you'd never be able to get in front of, and they'll be able to, wear your merch without you have to pay them because they have a relationship with the publicist. And the publicist is more politics as usual. You know what I'm saying? You want to have that on your team, like a slick Jew lawyer if you had to go to court.
Y'all, he just told y'all the sauce. Let me see if I can repeat it. He said you got to go and follow that person. So if you wanted me in your clothes, follow me, like my pictures, drop a comment, DM or email me, and then if none of that work, you may have to get a PR and have a PR reach out to the person to get you in rooms you didn't even think of. He just dropped the gym because when I think of influencer marketing, I've had a PR before for my brand, but when I think of influencer marketing, I didn't even think of it as if to getting into it from because I'm not in the clothing industry to have that publicist go ahead and get into that's how. So you got to reach out.
You have to reach out, and you got to be consistent with the reach out. You got to think about it. If somebody see your offer for the first time, they're not gonna be the happiest. You know, you gotta build awareness and then build consistency. You know,
I love.
Don't be so pushy though that you annoy the person that you want to collab with, but just be consistent enough to let them know that you mean what you say.
That's a gem. Y'all write that down. So when you DM somebody once and they didn't say nothing, don't you get to she ain't fucking with friend, she ain't fucking with me.
Nah.
Give people a chance.
You gotta plant those seeds. You don't know what seed might grow, so make sure you plant them more.
And that first part he said was the most important. Before he gave out the steps, your brand has to look attractive. You can offer me 2,000, this, that, and the third. If I get on your page, the content sunk, the energy not there, that attraction is first, and then he laid the steps after that, man. That's the shit. Yeah. He dropping the information, man. Y'all guys to get in tune, man. He dropping the information. I'm sitting over here like these, and it's so wild because the same things he's saying is the same policies and the same steps I take, and I own a dance studio. So these interviews are here to tell y'all marketing is marketing.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you're selling pies.
Man, you could be selling borax. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get
loose squares.
You could be selling loose squares.
Marketing is everything. Without marketing, you don't have a sale.
There we go. Okay, so what would be when it comes to we talked about those staple pieces for a brand, and he said you definitely need to have drop that T-shirt. When it comes to T-shirts and they're picking the type of material it is, what do you suggest a person?
So I'm gonna be on a point with y'all right now. A Bella Canvas T-shirt is the best T-shirt to grab. I'm finna tell you why. The shirt is already pre-shrunk. It has a lot of good material inside of it. It doesn't lose color when you wash it. No matter what color you get from Bella Canvas, the color gonna stay inside of it, and it doesn't shrink. So people gonna be able to wear that particular shirt forever, even if they pass it down to someone's happy to get it because it's a quality shirt. It costs more than your Gildan shirt. Your Gildan shirt is the shirts that give you the look, but after you wash it, it's not the same. It loses color and it also shrinks. But Gildan is a good shirt for doing test runs. Like you want to try a new idea, get a Gildan to do a test idea, but to actually sell, you want to give them a high end experience for a decent price, where you can actually profit pretty well, or say highly recommend Bella Canvas.
We got a couple more questions, y'all. I am super excited. I can't wait to drop this episode.
For sure.
Because you are crushing it right now. So the next question, how can a brand decide on their prices if it's good and quality, but they scared to put that price out there?
Well, one thing I want to just be honest with you about, when you able to make creation, it's priceless actually. So whatever you decide to actually, have your offer for, it's your business. Just make sure that it's truly what you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I started off with selling my shirts for $20, but I ain't had packaging. As soon as I got packaging, it went to $30. So when I got a better quality, it went to $40, right? And then I went from that to a jean jacket. The jean jacket went from $40 to $300. So of course, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? So I had over thousands of customers literally on my phone for that $30 T-shirt. But when I switched to jean jackets, I had to go to a whole other market for that, because the people that was spending the $30, they was comfortable with spending $30. When I told them $300, it was almost if they felt like I was trying to get over on them. So what I did was I stayed focused on my content, and I started marketing outside the people that was already familiar with me, and we actually started being able to get over thousands of sales of these jean jackets for $300.
So you changed your market up.
Yeah, we changed the market up.
And then with that pricing structure, do you agree that brands or clothing brands should have different tiers for different people? So I got some comfortable tees. If you ain't trying to spend that much, you're trying to rock with me.
Yeah, so I feel like you should have 3 parts of your brand, so you can be able to still make sales. So you have your bill part of your brand. That's your T-shirt, right? That's your hat. You might be going for $30 to $50, right? And then you have your wine part. Your wine is your $60 to $100. That's your wine. And then you have your champagne. Your champagne is the $150 to $300 to $500, depending on how you coming at as far as in and your pieces, whatever. But yeah, I feel like you should have 3 different parts so you can get a chance to get. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you're gonna make a lot of money in your beer product because everybody can afford it. It's reachable for everybody. So a person that likes champagne might get a beer product as well.
Because they can.
Because they can.
I love that breakdown, y'all. That beer,
Wine and
champagne. What about pop? What about?
No, pop like 50 cents, so we ain't gonna.
And I would like to say, after I was on one of those cheapskates with my brand,
Yeah.
I had stuff, and then I would have people tell me like, y'all, gee, that's a $500, $600 experience that you're selling for $100. Y'all need to understand, some people only buy luxury shit. It took me years to learn that in business. They don't. If your shirt is $50, they don't want it. It's some people that only buy stuff $200 plus because they assume of the quality, or they don't want other people to have on what they got on.
Absolutely. Everybody has individuality. So it's like you want to know, who your audience and, you know what I'm saying, knowing what you're offering them. Because they actually exist. They're just waiting on you to build it.
All right. The last question for you when it comes to the clothing tip is, when it comes to getting the designs made, are they getting made at home by you, by your auntie? Are they getting made overseas? Are they getting sent in? Do you have a custom designer? For people who are stuck, like, I don't know how to get this design from out my head on this piece of paper, on this computer, onto some clothes. Give us a short. You ain't got to give out your over secret sauce.
No, it's all good. And I'm going to try to be more transparent because I want to see this help somebody.
Okay.
So, it's all about the detail, right? So I don't know how. It's all about, you might want to do something just silk screen. So what I would do is I would create it as much as I could as possible, get it to a graphic designer so they can actually get the prototype so we can give it to a print designer. And then once you get it to a print designer, he's going to formulate it so he can screen it for the screen. If you want to do a embroidery, you get it to a person to do a embroidery if it's a embroidery design. It depends on the detail of the design, but at first, you be transparent. If you see something that's immaculate in your head, you got to do everything in your power to get it out because that can be that hit to change your life forever.
You could draw that design up on Canva real quick, Canva, and get it out your head like he said. Can I touch you, Ron? Y'all see, this a patch. He be having patches of Dr. King. I call it a revolutionary lifestyle clothing brand. That's how y'all should speak when it come to Ron. Nothing less. I don't want to hear all that buddy with the T-shirts.
I appreciate the kind words. Heroes grow heroes. You got to be one to overstand.
Yeah, he for sure is. Well, that wraps up part 1 of Entrepreneurs at the Dark. I want to thank you so much, Ron.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Because you gave him the game. Yeah. And we're going to come back. We got a couple of questions from Ron so y'all can kind of know Ron at the dark, okay? So stay tuned. Stay right there. Well, not stay right there, but y'all know this is going to be a different episode. So, of course, that's the end of this episode. But go ahead and watch part 2 of Entrepreneurs at the Dark so we can catch what type of time Ron be on after the sun go down in Chicago.